We're back for a pregame before the Bulls face the Spurs tonight, coming up in just about 40 minutes. So we don't have much time, but the Bulls are facing the Spurs tonight in what could be a big game. A big game for Vooch. The Bulls could be looking to win 3 in a row. All that today against the Spurs. And so our team's been, it's good that they've been able to string a couple of wins together in a row. We of course would like to see more in a row. They have more than enough, and they're more than capable to go on a winning streak. It just depends on if they are. They need to execute. The Spurs are one of those teams where, despite their record, if you don't execute against the Spurs, they can take advantage of you. They absolutely can take advantage of the Bulls tonight. I don't foresee that happening. DeJounte Murray's their leading scorer right now with 19 points, followed by Johnson with 15 points. Again, and DeJounte Murray's PER is 21. That's crazy. That is super efficient. He's averaging 19 points, 9 assists, and 2 steals a game from DeJounte Murray. And I know there were some people who would have been interested to see DeJounte next to Zach LaVine, but DeJounte's balling this year on a losing team, but he's balling. So it is what it is. Sleepy Maldonado, what's up, my dude? What's going on, buddy? Trim Baker, let's go Bulls. Absolutely. AG8, what's up? AG8, your name sounds like a Star Wars droid, but it's dope. It's dope. But yeah. What are you guys excited about the game today? Is everybody gonna be watching live? You think the Bulls don't give up another big third quarter? Like, come on, Bulls, man. I would really be willing to say that the Bulls are gonna blow out the Spurs, right? I want to be able to say that. Well, we've seen our team lose some games that they just had no business losing too often this season, to where I'm hesitant to say that. But hey, anything's possible. Anything is possible, especially if we aren't shooting effectively. San Antonio last year, this time, were 7 games above 500. No DeMar, and we see the difference. And the media said DeMar didn't impact winning. Listen, the doubt on DeMar it's crazy, right? It's crazy. I hesitated at the beginning of the season to not call it slander, right? I spoke out. I was like, I'm not going to call it slander because it's just doubt. People are doubting his impact. But at this point, it's just flat out slanderous in hindsight and everything, because DeMar's been balling his ass off, right? And to see a player of his age balling like this, having the efficiency that he is, and being so reliable, he's really, in many ways, been our most consistent player. It's crazy. Now everyone up going to be at the game today. Oh, for real? Why ain't you there already? What time are you going to get there? The game's in like 40 minutes. Where you at, man? You should already be there. Greetings from Argentina. Let's go Bulls. Absolutely. Hoping we get a W tonight. String together some wins before the break would be nice. Yes, absolutely. Non-Spurs play hard. They probably lose the most close games out of any team. We should win, but it would be good. Oh, and that's what I was saying. I would like to say that the Bulls should be able to blow out the Spurs, but it's not going to happen. And the Spurs execute. We know that system and that team, the way they play, they're always going to be in it. Sleepy Maldonado, yes, sir. I just want to see them play hard, and we need to D up. We'll be okay. He's in the parking lot. Freaking stupid, bro. Not sure if I'm going to be able to watch the game since I got to head to St. Louis for the Royal Rumble. First of all, my old stomping ground is St. Louis. Lived in St. Louis for 13 years. Yeah, St. Louis. So what arena is it at? What arena is it at? Are you going? I guess it would have to be. It's probably not at the. I know they changed the name of the Scottrade. What is it called now? I can't remember what. Is it Chaffetz? They changed the name of the Scottrade so much. It's like every 3 years they change the name of the Scottrade Center. Hey, it's catch you in the halftime hangout watching Ozark until the game. Listen, this season of Ozark is bananas. And surprisingly enough, the first episode of Ozark, I was like, this is just weird, man. I hope they don't lay an egg their final season. By the end of that episode, I was like, nope, they're gonna be good. And then by like episode 2, you're like, no, this may be the best season so far. So yeah, for sure. You think Bulls money line is a lick? I don't pay attention to money lines. What is the money line? I don't pay attention to it. Man, DeMar should be a 7-time All-Star by now, gotten snubbed with the Spurs, especially last year when Conley made it over him. Will finish as a 7-time All-Star by the time his contract ends. Listen, I hope you're right. He definitely earns it. What's good, Hayes? Yeah, I'm hype on this game. Chi-Town Bulls versus Fiesta Spurs. The Bulls should be able to get a dub on this one. They got to execute to do it. Got to execute to do it. This game low-key scares me. I do think we're going to win, but I'm nervous. I mean, you have to be like that with the way that the Bulls play sometimes. You'd be crazy not to be nervous a little bit, but you got to. We trust our team. We trust our team. They're going to oh, man. It's just Bulls play. That can't be possible. That can't be possible. The Bulls should start trading their players like how the Atlanta Braves saved their own team. What's up, Hayes? I don't watch the Spurs often. How good are the Spurs? The Spurs are the Spurs. They execute on both sides of the ball. They play tough, and you know, even their record is not an indication of how good they play. Sometimes, I guess that's the best way to word it. Colin, what's good, Goat Hayes? Why I'm not the GOAT, man. I'm trying to be, but I'm not yet. But I appreciate it, bro. What's going on? Hey, Hayes, just checking in. Go Bulls. Can't be here this stream. I need to finish my workout. See you at halftime. I'll see you at halftime. Run with us. Definitely see you at halftime. How surprised were you at Wiggins being a starter? He's already debatable to be a reserve. I didn't have him there, and the guy's a starter. Oh, we talked about it. So I did a stream last night after the All-Star jerseys and the teams were announced. It's crazy. Like, it's wild. But, you know, apparently some K-pop star had people vote for Wiggins, so shit like that happens, man. Didn't mean to do that one. Salute. What's going on, Shy? They're good. I watched them with DeMar. Spurs play team ball, and they are way better than their record, but they don't have a closer. Yeah, I mean, they're a young team. This has to be the youngest the Spurs have been in a while, right? I'm not going to put a number on it, but this has to be the youngest that their overall age is in maybe a decade, you would think. It's crazy. But they'll listen. They're going to get it together. Easy win for the Bulls. Pablo, I wouldn't say easy. This might be a trap game. It very well could. Zach got snubbed. Listen, I definitely believe Zach should have been over Trae Young. Trae Young's been balling. And, you know, we talked about it a little bit last night, especially with the Hawks record and stuff. I really would have liked to see Zach LaVine get it, but, you know, he's going to be an all-star regardless. That's the thing. He's going to be an all-star regardless. My nigga Petty. I'm not Petty Roosevelt yet, man. I haven't had to go to Petty Roosevelt for a minute, man. We've been calm. You're a GOAT. You just don't know it from Marvin McKinney. Hey, from your mouth to God's ears. Bulls are 100+ money line. You like? Yeah, if they're plus 100, absolutely. I meant to say I'm hyped for this game, but it's all good. Bulls by 20. Finally hold on to the lead. Listen, Bulls need to figure out how to hold on to the lead, man. Do you hear what the media said? They said the Chicago Bulls do not think there was going to be that good come. What, Vincent? What? They said the Chicago. What? You got to clean that one up for me, brother. Listen, it's been a long ass week. How do you think Vooch needs to feast tonight? If we're gonna see a big game from Vooch, it needs to be tonight. I would not mind at all to see Vooch being our leading scorer tonight. We're not at all. How do you feel about the Bulls getting one of the Morris brothers? I mean, it wouldn't hurt, right? They're definitely going to be better than fucking McKinney, right? And Troy Brown Jr. So I wouldn't hate it, right? I don't think it does exactly what we need to fill some of our holes, but I wouldn't hate it at all. Okay, bet I took the Bulls money line for 2 bills. Well, there you go. Get it. Juan, yes, the Bulls need to be careful. That's the thing. They just need to execute. If they get a lead, they need to hold on to the lead, and they got to execute. That's what it is. Execute on both sides of the ball. The Bulls. Why do the Bulls lose big leads in games? Listen, it's a lot of things. They get cold from shooting. The defense lapses. It's a lot of different things. It kind of reminds me. Do you remember? People may not remember this, but even before Derrick Rose came, it may have been the year. It was at 2006, 2007 when we beat Miami in the playoffs, that team, that version of the Bulls, had these stretches where they just could not score. They just could not score. And as good as they were defensively, they just could not score. And it's not the same, right? I'm not saying it's the same ways. I'm just saying that trend reminds me of that trend because it's really mind-boggling how they give up these leads and they let teams go on big runs, even over their losing stretch. Like they gave up 40-0 runs, like 27-3 runs. Like it's really crazy. The Bulls need to figure it out. I think it's an adjustment thing, is what I've been saying on it for. Billy Donovan is slower to make quick adjustments. And I think that's one of the things that need to be fixed. You hear what the media said. They said the Chicago Bulls do not think there was going to be this good coming in. Oh, I mean, I don't think anybody expected the Bulls to be this good. Like, don't get me wrong. The people in hindsight will say it. Bulls fans will say it. I honestly, even me, go back and look at my preview video. I said the Bulls will probably be a 4 seed. I thought that they would be good, this good, especially the defense. And that's my own hindsight. Like, Billy Donovan had that team last year 12th defensively, so I should have known we were going to be good defensive when you add defenders like Lonzo and Alex Caruso, Ayo who can guard. Who knew that Javonte Green could do what he was doing at this level, but I should have expected that. Thought they were going to be better defensively, but I really don't find that surprising that people would say that Chicago, even on the roster, didn't think that they would be quite this good. The way that they clicked early on has been crazy. What's good, Hayes? Tonight will contribute to what will be at least a 6-game winning streak from my mouth to God's ears. TL Beats, hey, listen. If it happens, I'm quoting you, brother. If it happens, I'm quoting you, brother. I'm still pissed off that Nikola Vucevic dropped his career high on our heads. Like, why are you upset about it? Move on. That team, like, we got to be removed from that. It is what it is. Joker Poto is going to be a tough matchup for Vooch. Should be able to back him down, but Jacob is a great shot blocker and rebounder. Listen, but Vooch should still be able to do something. Would you take that? Absolutely. Come on now. We all know we'd take that back in a heartbeat. That is the one person. As much as people talk about Gafford, again, Gafford was never going to get that deal here. That is the one person that I wish we wouldn't have. If Laurie would have just accepted the trade to the goddamn Spurs, man, we would still have that young. But, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Everything happens for a reason. Vooch freedom in the post and his outside shot follows. We got this. Can't nobody run with the Bulls. I'm off. Be good, boys. All right, Sleepy. Don't fall asleep on the game, brother. Let's go, Bulls. I believe they're going to win. Hey, we should be believing our team's going to win. That's period. Let's get the win tonight. I hope Vooch that showed up the other night shows up tonight. I like that Vooch. Yeah, Vooch is so much better on both sides of the ball when his shots falling. When he gets buckets. Off topic. I love it. I'm just gonna keep it at that because the Bears channel is coming soon. Bears channel is soon come. So I'm gonna leave it there. Spurs are better than their record. They have a decent point differential. Going to be a tough game. Yes, it's going to be. If the Bulls don't execute, it's absolutely going to be a tough game. Why did you move? I never lived in Chicago. My dad's from Chicago. I never lived in Chicago. I grew up in Italy, Germany, some Tennessee, St. Louis, but I've never actually lived in Chicago. But my dad's from Chicago. That's how I became a Chicago sports fan. So still go to Chicago. Still have a lot of family in Chicago. My dad's whole side of the family basically lives in Chicago. So. Oh, I missed this one. DeMar 40 piece tonight. See, the thing is, if DeMar scores 40, I'm almost worried that if he does, because with Zach and Vooch being there, DeMar shouldn't have to score 40. He shouldn't have to score 40. Any team coached by Pop is going to be a tough W. Can't look at the record. Absolutely. Calvin, Army brat. Absolutely. Yep, I am an Army brat. Well, both my parents. But I think my parents met when they were in My mama didn't stay in long, but my dad was in 25 years, I think. So yeah. A young player I pay to watch, Ja Morant and LaMelo Ball. Easy. That's easy for me. Ja Morant is like the second coming of Derrick Rose to me. So like I love watching Ja Morant play, and I've never got to see him live. So and Memphis isn't that far away. Maybe next season I'll go when Chicago goes and plays in Memphis. Maybe I should try to go to that game. What do you think about Nance Jr. being the most realistic pickup before the deadline? Hey, I wouldn't mind it. Listen, Nance Jr. is, again, like for people who are looking at bringing in a star, the Bulls don't need that. When you look at what the Bulls need and toughness, right, too, Nance brings those things. I would absolutely love to have Nance on this team. I hate Laurie Marketing so much because oh yeah, I talked about that, but it is what it is, man. He had to look out for his career. Cool Hayes, Bulls, Chicago Bears Central. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming for sure. And so what I'm going to do with that channel, I had thought about doing each channel individually and then making a combined channel where I post both videos from both teams on the same channel, but I feel like that's too much, doing too much. But you will get separate podcast feeds and a joint podcast feed. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Really, I love the Bears. They stress me out. My beard may be gray by the end of the first season I'm doing it, but hey, it is what it is. Vincent, do you watch that DeMar DeRozan? Which one? DeMar is literally it seems like he has a new interview every week. So if you're talking about the one with Taylor Rooks, I've absolutely watched it. I don't know if the one with him and Swarovski dropped yet, or is that supposed to drop at halftime or something like that? But yeah. Will the Chicago Bears get better next season? Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I definitely think they will. Definitely think they will. Don't need a star, don't have the assets for a star without losing a star. That simple, folks. Listen, you're saying exactly what the fuck I've been saying all season. Like Bulls fans are so crazy. Like and I get it. I understand that the heart is in the right place. They just want this team to get as close to competing as they can. But Lord have mercy, man. That's why I stopped talking about trades. It wasn't because, like, I actually like talking about potential deals, right? The reason why I don't is because the Bulls fans have become so unrealistic when it comes to trades. Like, it's just, oh my Jesus, man. And then when the Collins got reported that the Hawks would be interested in moving Collins, if you guys saw my email inbox on how many trade machine screenshots I got, I was over. That's why I've never even talked about the potential of that trade on this channel because I was over it. I was over it. Hopefully, Desumo will gain more points, make some real good shots, and pretty much get more. I've said it. I said it on the my pre-recorded video today. Io Desumo is getting a double-double tonight. Mark my words. That is young. What is young? What happened? Derrick Rose versus John Morant would have been one hell of a matchup. Oh yeah, for sure. I'm going to say it again. So here you go. Here you go. Here, Shay just wants to be right so much. Like Shay is one of the biggest "I told you so" people in the world. I'm telling y'all right now, when Vooch scores 35 points in the playoffs, mark my words, Shay is going to take his shirt off, swing it around his head like a helicopter, and scream North Carolina. I don't even know if he's from North Carolina. Just he's going to scream Nikola Vucevic when he does it. I'm guaranteeing it right now. Watch what I say. Watch what I say. I'm telling y'all. When Nikola Vucevic scores 30 points or more in the playoffs every time, watch Shay's Instagram. I guarantee he's going to be shirtless on his Instagram jumping around. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Shay, you know how to throw you some shit. We're family, brother. I have a bet going with the Heat's fan that the Bulls finish in the top 8 by the end of the season. These injuries are making an easy bet a little scarier. The top 8. As far as overall records in the NBA, I mean, I think you're safe in that bet. I think you're safe in that bet. That's not new. That's my accent, brother. I didn't say that is young. That's just my accent. Like, My enunciation isn't always the best. I also need Kobe to get. Listen, whenever Kobe White gets back to how he played on the, like, keep in mind, over that 9-game winning stretch, there were at least 4 to 5 games that we would not have won if it wasn't for Kobe White. If he gets back to that with Zach, DeMar, Vooch playing like he's been playing, we're good. Yeah, we needed to get. Jay Ma, what's going on, my brother? Oh, Shay said that. Shay said that is young. It had to be his keyboard. We're gonna give Shay the benefit of the doubt that was his keyboard. We're gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I would say 87% of the Bulls fans kept saying trade blank for Anthony. Oh my Jesus. I didn't see that, honestly, in my feeds, I didn't see that much of that, but it wouldn't even surprise me. Give Felicio and Archie D a 10-day. Archie is on the Knicks now, right? And Felicio, no, he needs to stay wherever he is. That Felicio is somewhere eating the best tomatillo salsa and kicking soccer balls all over right now. And that's where he needs to stay. Who is an underrated NBA player no one talks about? I'd have to really sit back and think on that one. I'd have to think who I want to put in that. I feel like people don't talk about Like, again, that's not my pick, but I'm saying I don't feel like people talk about PJ Washington as far as the basketball player enough. I feel like a lot of it is like jokes on social media and shit. But Eastern Conference, that the Bulls won't finish in top 8 in the Eastern Conference. Oh, you got that locked in. Get your money. Count them checks. Get that money. Bush are looking to get in. Man, what the fuck are you? What? Come on, man. Come on. Listen, I've been trying to be Petty Roosevelt free. I'm really trying to save Petty Roosevelt for this Nick Friedel video, but you guys are making it hard. You're making it hard. What the fuck are you talking about? Grant, listen. Grant, I'm gonna put it like this. Look, this is what you need to do, right? This is what you need to do. Stop drinking E&J, graduate to a grown man drink, because it's fucking with your brain, brother. It's fucking with your brain, man. No. What the hell? We have a shirts against under 500 teams, then we'll have a tough schedule. Yes, it gets very tough. I talked about that before, too. It gets very, very tough after a while for the Bulls. And, I've been saying before, having Derrick Jones Jr. back before it got tough, but then he joined the 6 and 8 crew. So we have going into February, right? After the Toronto game on the 3rd, we have Indiana, which has been a tough matchup from us. Even the Toronto game, you don't want to overlook. But Indiana, then we got Philly, we got Phoenix, we got Charlotte, we got Minnesota, and then it gets easier again there for a stretch. So, yeah, it's going to get interesting. The Phoenix game, I'm really, really to see how this Bulls team matches up against Phoenix. Really excited to see that. The caveat, keep up the good work. I appreciate it, man. Anthony Clark, Bulls got this tonight, winning by double digits. Whew. All right. Listen, this is what I want to see. This is what, all jokes aside, I want to see Io play defense on DeJounte Murray that it solidifies that. My prediction, right? People always ask, there's different types of defenders, right? There's on-ball defenders, there's disruptive defenders, there's physical defenders. Io DeSumo is really a combination of all that. I want to see him do that on DeJounte Murray tonight, because I think if you disrupt him, it's all over for the Spurs. But with that being said, when people keep asking what is Io's potential, I'm not even going to go into scoring, because we know he scored in college. I think that Io DeSumo has the potential to be a top 5 defender at the guard position in the NBA. And probably higher than that. If I'm trying to be objective, but that's what I think is going to make Io so, because whatever he gives you offensively is going to be a plus. We know what he's doing and learning with playmaking, but I really just watch the way Io plays defense when he's engaged. Like, he does get in his head. He's a rookie, so I'm not saying he's perfect yet, but when he's on and when he gets locked in and when that pit bull comes out of him, he absolutely has that defense that people are just going to hate facing him. We're facing an underrated player tonight. Oh, yes, for sure. People may call me crazy, but Andres Nocioni was joking. What? Are you just making points to make points now, man? I mean, but we know we know that Nocioni was really a tough player. Just came in. Who the hell drinking E and J? Grant Smith is drinking E and J, man. Simmons is the best defender in the league, though. I don't know about that one, brother. Yo, what's up, Jesse? They actually graded on-ball defenders in Io's first. Listen, I'm telling y'all, Io's potential is out of this world, man. MKE, would you be satisfied or disappointed if the Bulls lost a close series in the second round? I'm curious, what are your expectations? So I have high expectations for the team, admittedly, but would I be proud of it? It'll hurt at first, right? But give me a couple of days, I'll probably be happy just looking at how we overcame everything in the season and stuff like that. But listen, at this point, the Bulls have to make it past the second round. But anything can happen. You see how seeding works out and everything. But I'm always happy if the team plays tough and goes down. It's always hard. Like I'm always somebody who's like, at least we played tough. People say there's no moral victories, but I like to see that. If we can get some wins before the 76ers game in a couple of weeks, I think we will sit nicely for the playoffs. I agree with you. Io's goal. Can't wait to see him in the playoffs. Yes, for sure. For sure. Thank you, proven. Also has the height, can rebound. Who? Don't need an extra scorer. Can be a playmaker since Lonzo Ball is 40. Grant, listen. I need you to proofread, my brother. Don't get fooled by the Spurs record. I said that, Laxus. I said that exact same thing, basically. Do you hear the crowd chant, "Ref, you suck" at the Raptors game? I was at the UC and it started at, no, but thank God. Somebody needs to. I think we got DeMar for Thad. It was a great deal for us. It was some other things, right? We also gave up a first round pick. Who else? Did we send somebody else in the deal? I can't remember. But what I will say is this. Yes, it was a great deal. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that I just wish we still had that. Io not the best defender in the league, but as a guard or wing, he looking like he's going to make a real reputation. That's what I'm saying. Io is going to be special defensively. The way I see it, the fact the Bulls made the playoffs for this year is already an overachievement because everybody didn't even give us. I don't say that because fuck what everybody said, right? I'm talking about the way that this team plays. When this team was on, they were top 5 offense and top 10 offense and defensively. Listen, that team has to make it far. Who the hell is calling me right now? Like, somebody, what's funny enough? Somebody's calling me from a Cleveland number. Not answering that, player. I don't want a first round exit, but I won't get mad if we get knocked out the second round by the Sixers, Nets, or Heat. All right. If they go down in the close series, it will still be a big step forward for the team this year. Yeah, for sure. I mean, huge step forward, really, when you look at it. What's up, bro? You got the lights in the background for the Bears already. No, that's not orange. It's actually red. I think my white balance on my camera isn't set perfectly, so that's why it may look orange, but it's actually red. How do you feel about Trae Young getting the starting nod over Levine? I talked about it yesterday. It kind of is what it is, man. It kind of is what it is. They sent Amino to, and I thought it was okay. Yeah, fuck, and he wasn't gonna do shit. Is he even playing like it? It's crazy. In my lifetime ever, I talked about it last night, between like 25 and 30, between 20, 25, 30, somewhere up in there. I can't remember the exact number. I used to say I was saving the ticket stubs for the longest part, and then I was like, this is corny. Why am I doing it? I owe at least Pat Bev on D right now. I feel like Seth Curry is now starting to be one of those most underrated, overlooked players in the league. He had a shaky start, but has turned into a really solid point guard. It's just because he's Steph, bro, to be honest. Listen, Seth worked him. Seth at one point was unplayable, right? And then he went away for a while and came back, and yeah, he completely got himself together. So Trim Baker, I personally think that we can beat the Sixers in a series. Listen, the thing with the thing with the Sixers is when we played them, Vooch was at his almost all-time low, right? All-time low. And no, for somebody who's saying no, the Bulls actually did trade Thaddeus Young, Al-Farouq Amino, and a protected first round and 2 second-round picks for DeMar DeRozan. So Al-Farouq Amino was involved in the DeMar trade, not the Nikola Vucevic trade, because I see some people going back and forth in the chat. But listen, but as far as the Sixers series, if everyone's playing well and the Bulls are playing with Vooch going, Embiid scares the shit out of me, but I'm saying the Bulls definitely have a chance. Definitely have a chance. Laxus Garcia, just a reminder, the Bulls are the 10th youngest team in the league. That is crazy. That's wild. That was wild. That's crazy. Cortez was happening. Definitely. Bulls would have been in the same track as Phoenix if only the Bulls team never had COVID, injuries, and inactivity games. I mean, we're still in a good position, right? We continue to be in a good position. And like I said before, as much as it sucks that we have players out with injury now, imagine getting with fresh legs Caruso, Lonzo, and Derrick Jones Jr. back. Even if you're not a big Derrick Jones Jr. guy, but getting defenders like Caruso and Lonzo Ball back with fresh legs 10 games before the playoffs, that can really work in our favor. Not even to factor in Patrick Williams if he ends up coming back. So, yeah. The Bulls are going to be some dogs defensively. The Io and Pat Bev comparison is funny because they both from Chicago. Good point. You in on the trade for Siakam if the Bulls go for a blockbuster? Patrick Williams and the deal, a safer route for Brandon Clark. Bulls podcast, we're talking about it. Listen, there's not much that I would trade Patrick, but I think this front office will trade Patrick Williams for. Pascal Siakam, though. How old is Pascal now, right? He's still young. He still fits your trajectory. The only issue there is the contract. Because I don't know if the Reinsdorfs are going to allow AK and Eversley to go into the luxury tax. But I'm saying right now, and this is somebody who doesn't talk a lot about trades, a Siakam deal involving Patrick Williams would be one that I kind of look at. But yeah. Yeah, we also played the Sixers without P. Will. Yep, that's true. Yeah, you can say that about a lot of teams. Listen, the end part of this is all that matters. Fuck Grayson Allen. That's it. It doesn't even matter. Fuck Grayson Allen. That is a baseline. Hey, Hayes, false alarm actually can hang in this live tonight. Who keeps calling me from Cleveland? Forgot the game was at 5:30, not 5. Yeah. I'm gonna stop the stream at 8 my time, so we got like 7 more minutes to go on the stream because I'm gonna get myself together before the game. Ricky, I think Pascal is 27 with like 30 million a year. See that? It's the contract, man. That contract is, you got to think about that. It's getting guys back fresh can be what turns a negative into a positive. Very much so, especially when you look at how active, like go back to that play. What team was that? I can't remember what team that was, where Lonzo guarded like five players in one play. And then eventually I think it was Vooch that gave up a shot or whatever. But you bring back players like that with fresh legs. And then especially Lonzo, because again, this is not how I'm saying that he should be used for Lonzo Ball fans in the chat, but because they do use Lonzo to basically just shoot from the outside, you got to think that's easily something that can come back. Solid defense and the 3-point shooting. I still want to see Lonzo put the ball on the floor more, but with that being said, like bringing somebody with that type of energy with fresh legs before the playoffs, that's especially if you look at like teams that may have to, because it is going to happen. Teams are going to start battling for seeding and really try to get the number one seed or whatever favorable seed they look at it for. Because of that, teams may be tired going into the playoffs, especially if they're coming off a tough series. Listen, it is what it is. It is what it is. The Bulls are in a great position. I already read this one from Ricky. Is it safe to say that AK at this point cannot make a bad trade? Oh no, it's gonna happen. Like every front, no matter how good they are, every front office is going to make a bad deal. Every front office makes a bad deal. So he's gonna make one, but the thing is how detrimental is it to the team when he does finally make one, right? Is the other great deals that he's made around that able to absorb that bad deal, or does he miss on a deal that is really like a deal that's meant to get us into championship level and ends up hurting the team? Something like that. But it's going to be a bad deal that happens from AK and Eversley at some point. Believe it or not, rumors have been talking about the Lakers and Bulls. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. See that, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if all things considering, right? Contracts aside, Siakam brings so much of what we need, and Siakam is also a player that, if Vooch isn't going scoring, you're like, all right, and that's another thing for us wanting to get out and transition more. Imagine a lineup with, you still play Jeff Green at the 4, and I'm not saying you want to do this for long periods of time, but you have Siakam at the 5. That's the team that gets up and down and is so versatile in scoring and everything. Like Siakam really would, but I don't think that they bring in another major contract like that. I just don't think that they do. The only way that I see something like that happening is if the Bulls decide, hey, why are we paying this much money for either Caruso or Lonzo, and they decide to move one of them and then bring in a player like Siakam. But that's not going to happen. So yeah, I just don't see it realistically happening. But listen, AK and Eversley are magicians. If they were to do that, if it got announced right now on this stream that the Bulls traded Patrick Williams, Derrick Jones Jr., Troy Brown Jr.'s contract, whatever first round pick that they can't trade to 2027, and they got Siakam for that, I'm doing what I said Shea was going to do when Vooch scores 30 points in the playoffs. I'm taking my shirt off live on air. I'm swinging that motherfucker around like a helicopter. I'm telling Alexa to start playing PD Pablo, and we having a party. I'm taking bottles of tequila to the head. So, because at that point, if the PD Pablo, right? No. Because at that point, the Bulls are winning a fucking title. At that point, if the Bulls swung a deal for Pascal Siakam right now, the Bulls are winning a title. I'm going all in on that. All in on that. So yeah. But again, not that I think they're going to trade Patrick Williams. What do you think of the ESPN video asking if the Bulls will fall to the 6th seed that was uploaded this morning? I didn't even see that video. But I understand it, right? I understand why they would ask that question. But yeah, if we trade Siakam, then we either hope the Reinsdorfs let us pay the luxury tax, or we can't re-sign Zach. No, huge for me. Listen, no, I think if they pull a trade for Pascal Siakam, that's the Reinsdorfs saying, no, we always said that we would pay for a championship team. We would pay the luxury tax for a championship team. You guys got it. At that point, anything's on the table. They'll probably re-sign Kobe. It doesn't matter what Kobe wants because they need scoring off the bench. Io, whatever contract he needs in a year and a half at this point, he's going to get. Like, if that type of move is a move that is a franchise saying, hey, we see this championship window and we're going all in for it, and we're going to get a title. We are going to do whatever it takes to get a title. Again, not to say that AK and Eversley don't have that mindset, but they can't authorize going into the luxury tax. So, did I say Jeff Green again? God damn it. Hey, what's good? Zach won the player vote to start, but placed third in the media. Got any thoughts? I talked about that today some. Listen, if nothing else, let that be. I think that's a notch on the belt for Zach LaVine, that the players, right? The players, his peers, know and understand that he's an all-star. So, it is what it is. I've already talked heavily about why they didn't want the Chicago to have two starters, conspiracy theories and shit like that. It is what it is. This Jeff Green shit is gonna curse me. It's gonna curse me. I can't believe the Hornets are willing to trade a guy like PJ Washington for a first or second round pick. From rumors I hear, we can use. Listen, hey, if all the Hornets need is a second round pick and to match contracts, give them all the second round picks. Now, let me not say that, but give them 3 or 4 of them motherfuckers and take Troy Brown Jr. and let's go to war. I really like PJ Washington's game. I really do like PJ Washington's game. Come on, Hayes, get your greens. Listen, I'm black. Collard greens, mustard greens, you put them all in a pot with some chicken broth, chop up some onions in it. All the greens go together. I don't know, my brain mentally. So, okay, I haven't said this before. So, the Jeff Green Georgetown team with him and Patrick Ewing Jr., I love that team. So, like, I think that's maybe why it's so ingrained in my head to say Jeff Green when I see Green. I think that's why. That has to be why. Because I loved Jeff Green when he was in Georgetown. I wanted the Bulls to draft Jeff Green so badly. So badly. And I think that's probably why it's my subconscious thinking of that. So. PD Pablo. Listen, I'm telling y'all right now, if the Bulls traded for Pascal Siakam, I'm going batshit as crazy. If you want to see a live of me just going, whoa, like Queen Latifah and set it off when they got that money, listen, y'all gonna be looking at it like this nigga is, I try not to say that on live streams. Y'all gonna be like, this motherfucker is literally out of his goddamn mind. They didn't want 2 Bull starters, but we finna, listen, man, that Andrew Wiggins shit is crazy. I'm going to find a way to get either Jeff Green or Javonte Green on the show. Oh, that would be fucking terrible, bro. That would be terrible. Prove me wrong. One thing I respect about this channel is you respect all the players and social support. Other channels bash and want to trade Vooch and Kobe every game. Listen, people are so knee-jerky reactions. Like, I like to think back. Like, I have some opinions that are just my opinions, right? But I like to back and research my thoughts. Like, the Vooch thing. Once I saw where he was ranking at amongst his peers, it's like, y'all got to stop on Vooch, man. Y'all got to stop on Vooch. D Greatest, I don't know if anybody said this already, but with these injuries combined with Io's play, he has a great chance to build an all-defense case by the time the season ends. Woo! I didn't think about that. I've never thought about that. It's possible. JGM, bro, this game is not on Hulu, I think, or is it? I don't watch games on Hulu. I don't watch games on Hulu at all. So he said the word YouTube gonna be on your ass now, man. Listen, yeah, it sucks. It sucks. We already have a sewing God with DeMar. We don't need another player that only has a spin move in his bag. Who are you talking about, Jay Lee? If Hayes ever hits the Powerball, he's gonna pay Javonte to change his name to Jeff. Prove me wrong. Facts, though. I hate all these list trade talks are fucking crazy. They're bananas, man. But then we have people like you guys who respect the fact that I don't buy into the trade talks, and then you have people who literally in the comments are getting pissed off because I don't talk trades. It's like, how are you going to get pissed off at me because I decided what I'm going to talk about on this channel? Start your own channel. Top Notch got you, right? Top Notch got you. Inside the Chicago Bulls got y'all fake trade talks all goddamn day. What's going on, Bulls fans? And if I hear another one of what's going on, you too, bitch, what the fuck is you talking about? Like, that motherfucking Top Notch literally sounds like I was about to say something that was going to get me canceled. Y'all going to have to catch me on Twitter for that take. I'm not going to say that here. But inside the Chicago Bulls and Top Notch are literally 2 of the worst motherfuckers. Because they both have terrible ass voices. They sound like they're talking to Mike like this. It's like, back the fuck up off. Stop sucking the Mike's dick. Like, just talk. Anyway, let's move on, man. Anyway, this is why I love y'all. This is fucking hilarious. This is why I love y'all. Wow. An appearance from Jeff Green today with a Javonte Green fiction. This just made the stream. This made my night, man. This made my night. Y'all crazy as fuck. Wow. Wow. Oh man. That just made my night. I don't know who made that. Y'all just made my night with that shit though. Woo. Oh man. Oh. Woo. Man, Hayes, I jumped in the other bullshit channel talking shit and realized where the fuck I am. Hello, Hayes, you savage. I'm just honest with my opinion, bro. You don't know what Hayes was about to say, but I do. You know. Hey, Hayes, I think we should trade Alfonso McKinney for a bag of Lays because Lays are 70% air and Alfonso shoot 70%. Y'all gonna kill me on this live, man. Between the Jeff Green and the 70% air shit. Woo, man. Oh, God. Woo. Inside the Chicago Bulls observe anyone who watches that garbage had terrible taste. Dude just says the same thing over and over and sounds like he's boring himself to death. Woo. Like, you just know inside the Chicago Bulls lives inside his mama's basement. And his mama still makes his ramen noodles and brings it down to him and chops them up in front of him. Yeah, that's inside the Chicago Bulls. Whew. Whew. Man. Oh, my God. All right. I hate to end it now. That shit is fucking hilarious. Levian Clothing. I actually like, listen, hey, people like terrible shit all the time, bro. Don't feel bad for it. Don't feel bad for it at all. Ooh, man. Jesus. Ooh, man. All right. I will see you motherfuckers at halftime. Y'all damn near killed me on this chat today. Shout out to Jeff Green in the chat though, man. All right, what's going on? YouTube. No. I appreciate you guys so much, man. I love that y'all appreciate my sense of humor. Oh man. Woo. All right. I will see you guys at halftime, man. Like I like to end everything on, man. I love you guys. Go Bulls, man. Peace out, y'all.